So there's been a lot of moves this NFL offseason. And I'm not talking about them all because there's too many, and some of them I just legitimately don't care about. But there's one team I want to talk about. And there's been a lot of winners this offseason, in my opinion. But there was one team that kind of surprised me, and that is the Chicago Bears. They surprised me because they had too many options. And this team recently doesn't have the best track record of making the best decisions, especially when they have a lot of options. So I was concerned. And they actually did really well. I mean, first off, they traded their number one overall pick. I was scared that they were going to draft a quarterback and trade Justin Fields, which I thought was counterintuitive because then you're just starting over. You've already have worked to develop a guy and bring him in. Why draft another guy and start over? But they went out there and they traded it for a great haul. They got a great haul for the number one overall pick. You get two firsts, 2 seconds, and a really good wide receiver in DJ Moore, who is, I think, only 25, 26. You got a young receiver who, if he plays his entire career with the Bears, he would be their all-time leading receiver, which we should talk about how crazy that is considering how long the Bears have been around, that guy would be their leading receiver ever when it comes to yards. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, they traded the number one overall pick, and if we just look at this, if we're just going pure numbers, 5 is greater than 1. They got 2 first round picks, 2 seconds, and 1 player. So you get basically 5 players for the price of 1, which is key for a team that just needs to be good. When you have the first overall pick, you need to just get better. And they went out there, or not just get better, you need to just get good players. And they went out there and, first of all, they got them a really good receiver, a guy who will come in there and be your number one. And also, if you go out there and make another move, he can be a really, really, really good number 2, one of the best number 2s in the league. And then you got a first round pick this year and a first round pick next year. Let's be real. The Panthers have made a lot of moves, and they also do have young talent, but no one's picking them to make the playoffs or make a run. So let's say they have a down year or not so good year, which is perfectly, you wouldn't be surprised at all. You have a chance to get a top 10 pick, top 12, top 15 pick, or just another first round pick in general is always useful. I mean, Stephon Diggs was traded for the 22nd overall pick. You can go out there and maybe draft somebody well, even if it's a late first round pick, or trade it for somebody good. And again, given you have all these picks, you can go out there and make a move. Let's say you want to get DeAndre Hopkins right now. You can do that. Let's say Devontae Adams becomes upset with the Las Vegas thing because that situation is terrible. You can do that. There's a lot of options, and it's always good to have options, especially when I think since you're under new management and Ryan Poles, this team this offseason has moved different. And like I said, there's a few other moves I like that I want to talk about. 2 have to do with their linebacking core. They traded Roquan Smith because they couldn't agree to a deal. So in this offseason, they went out there and signed Tremaine Edmonds and TJ Edwards. Tremaine Edmonds, who is 24 years old. 24 years old. Just think about that real quick. He is 24 years old. I think he's played like 5 years in the league. And he has 2 Pro Bowls under his belt. They signed him to a 4-year, $72 million deal. This is one of the youngest free agents out there. And you got him locked up. He is a freak athlete at 6'5", 250, is a great coverage guy. And again, your defense was not good. So go out there and get you a young stud at linebacker. And then your other linebacker signing, TJ Edwards, who is 26, you signed him to a 3-year, I think $19.5 million deal. He is a great run player. You have 2 players who can play off each other because each one of their strengths is the other weaknesses. Tremaine Edmonds, great cover dude. TJ Edwards, not that good of a cover dude. TJ Edwards, great in the run and a great tackler. Tremaine Edmonds, not as good as a run. They play off of each other. They can help each other out. And those are good moves to make because you have just versatility in your linebacker core, which is key nowadays since teams will like to go spread. So you don't have to just have one linebacker out there. You can have Tremaine Edmonds out there because he can cover. Now, if you look at their other moves, they went out there and got Nate Davis, a guard from the Titans. You signed him to a 3-year, $30 million deal. He was one of the best guards available. And for what the Bears like to do, which is run the ball, he's one of the premier guys. He can fit into that role, given he played with the Titans. And for the Bears, even though you're going to make it your mission to get Justin Fields weapons, at the end of the day, because you play in Soldier Field and you're in the NFC, And if you want to be a really successful team, you need to be able to run the ball. You're already going to be able to run the ball really well because you have Justin Fields, who is dynamic. It will help you get that offensive line better, and especially when it comes to running the ball. And let's just be serious. Chicago's never going to invest in a dome. That's just not what they're going to do. That's not what Chicago is about. And to make it deep into the playoffs, you need to run the ball because playoff football is played in the wintertime. It's cold. Throwing the ball is cute and all, but if you're playing, let's say, Soldier Field, you're going to Philly, you're going to a New York, you're going to, let's even say, like a San Francisco, and it's raining, you need to be able to run the ball. Running the ball is key to being good, and for them, it's their strength. So you're building on top of a strength, and also you're getting just a guard that can also, he can help you a pass game. He's not bad in that area too. He's just a better run blocker. And then you go out there, you get a DN DeMarcus Walker. You sign him to a 3-year, $21 million deal. He is 28, but he is also coming off a career year with the Titans. Dang, they took two of the Titans people. And the thing with the Bears is you have money, so you can take a swing at a guy who just had a career year and hope that he can stack upon that and also play well with Shaw. And they were not good when it comes to getting pressure, and he can help with that. So, and then you also get Travis Homer running back. You lose David Montgomery, which makes sense. You probably don't want to pay him. Travis Homer can be productive for you. Trust me, I know. He was a Seahawk. I'm a Seahawks fan. But my thing and why I love this Bears offseason is you help out your quarterback. And you still get better in other areas. When you're the team with the number 1 overall pick, you just need to get better. There's not one thing you need to fix because there's not one reason why you're that bad. And they went out there and they filled in a bunch of holes, and they still have draft picks to do so. And really, they definitely still have money. They're not done yet. After this video, I post and record, or record and post, that's the correct order, they can go out there and still make moves to get maybe another receiver, maybe another tight end, maybe another guy on defense or the offensive line. It's they can still get better. There's still room to improve, and they already have improved drastically, in my opinion. So yeah, so far, the Bears have been the most impressive offseason team to me, considering I was scared. I was scared that they would just spend money willy-nilly and spend it and overpay people. Did they? You can maybe say they overpay some people, but at the same time, these are people that can really help them and that could possibly live up to their contract. So yeah, that's the video. I'm probably going to talk about a few more teams' free agencies later, but this was the one I really wanted to talk about. So I appreciate you for watching. Thank y'all for all the support. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Comment your opinions. I would love to, talk to y'all. And, thank y'all. Peace.